Hi, everyone. I'm Jennifer Hoskins, and I'm the graduate assistant in the Honors College teaching this course, the D2L course for internships and your research experiences. The instructor of record is actually Betsy Natter, the director of the Honors College. But for most things, you'll reach out to me. I'll be the one doing the grading, and I'll be the one running the D2L modules. I'm really excited to be the new GA in the Honors College. I'm actually a graduate of the Honors College and might have even been in classes with some of you, depending on when you took seminars. I finished my thesis recently, graduated with a Bachelor's of Arts in Social Science from the Honors College, and was accepted into the graduate program of social work right here at PSU. You can find me at the Honors College. This summer I'll be working Tuesday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays, and my office hours will be on Tuesdays and Thursdays from 10 to 11 a.m. It's also great to just send me an email. I respond back to email really quickly. I want you to communicate with me. I'm willing to answer any of your questions. So day or night, you have a question, send me an email, and as soon as I can, I'll get right back to you. It is true that I'm new as the GA, and just recently was trained by Andrew, and so there may be some things I don't know, but if I don't know the answer, I will find it and I will get back to you. For this orientation by video, I'm going to take you into the D2L course. I'm going to show you the syllabus, and we're going to talk about the logs that you'll be filling out for your hours. If you have any questions following this, please email them to me, and I will get right back to you with the answer. Also, you can email me within D2L. I've kind of heard that sometimes that doesn't always work well, but feel free to do it. I'll be checking that one all the time as well. And then you can also come by at my office hours. If you need to watch the whole video because I am going to have a secret code in it, and you'll take that secret code and you will email it to me, and that's how I will know that you watched the video orientation, and you will receive credit, the 50 points credit for doing so, just as the students who traveled into PSU and signed in and attended the orientation session. So make sure you watch the whole video so that you can get the secret code and send an email to me. And all right, I'm going to go into D2L. Here we are. This is my opening D2L page. Let's take us to the Honors 404 or 401 Cooperative Education Internship and Research. This is the page that you will see. I want to go over a few things. This is an 8-week course, so it's a little bit more condensed than the typical 10-week course. And so this first week, if you've gone to D2L, you'll see that you had both an introduction of yourself due and also your first discussion. And the way the course will work is you'll usually have 1 week where you have a discussion post and the second week where you have response posts. There are 2 response posts required, and if you're an intern, you will do all of your discussions and responses in the internship discussions, and if you're a research student, where there are 3 of you that are doing that, you will do all of your discussion posts in the research discussions and all of your responses in the research discussions. That doesn't mean that you can't post under the opposite one. For example, if you're an intern and you want to post to you think it's interesting what one of the research students are doing, you can absolutely post to their discussion post, but you will get credit for the work that you've done within your own discussion areas for either intern or research. Then on top of that, you're doing a weekly log, which we'll get into in a little bit, but each week you're going to be doing a 1-page log of the work that you've done, and those logs will be uploaded to the Dropbox at the midterm mark and the finals mark. So let's start by where is the syllabus within D2L. It's pretty obvious. You can see it on your screen. It's right here. You likely found this video by going to the syllabus section, but I'm going to go over the syllabus with you. The first page of the syllabus gives Betsy's office hours and my office hours for the summer. It also has some general course description information. So to qualify to be in this course, you are a junior or a senior level in the Honors College, or you received some type of an exception or approval to do it at an earlier point. You're doing an internship for credit or research for credit. The course objectives, you can read through these more thoroughly, but it's really about personal growth and about achieving some learning goals and some professional goals. You can communicate to myself, Jennifer Hoskins, by sending me an email through. I prefer the PDX email system, but you can also do D2L, or you can come in during my office hours. The way that the grading will work, this is the assignments. You will get 50 points for doing the orientation. So when I get your secret code response back, I'll enter in the 50 points. Then you will have weekly assignments that are worth 50 points apiece, and that is your discussion and your responses. And then you'll have midterm and final reflections and projects, and they're each worth 150 points. And this is an important thing to note. If you are an 8-credit student, you will be doing a midterm project and a reflection, and a final project and a reflection. The midterm project is setting up a LinkedIn or updating your LinkedIn, and the information is available for that project on D2L. And the final project is doing a web profile of your internship experience. If you are a 4-credit student, then you are going to do one of two things, and you get to choose. You need to complete both a reflection and one of the projects. So you will either do a midterm reflection and a final project, which would be the web profile, or you will do a midterm project, which is the D2L, or I'm sorry, the LinkedIn, and the final reflection. Also, you will be doing log entries, which I mentioned earlier and we'll go over after we go over the syllabus. That's worth a total of 300 points. You will turn them in at the midterm point and the final point. They're within D2L in week 1, and I believe week 4 is the templates for the log entries. There's 4 templates on each one, and you will turn in weeks 1 through 4 at the midterm point, and then weeks 5 through 8 at the final point. Now, there is extra credit available, and it happens in 2 ways. First off, if you score below what you would like to score on an assignment, like the midterm reflection or the final reflection, then you can come in and meet with me and we can have a talk over how you need to improve it. If you revise that assignment, then you will receive half of the points that you had lost in extra credits. So the example given in the syllabus is you received 120 out of 150, you revised it, made changes, and then you'd get 15 additional points in extra credit. You are also able to get extra credit for just doing a bang up job. So you are just doing an awesome job with your discussions. You're really supporting your peers in the program. It's impressive the types of discussions you're doing. And so I choose to give you extra credit. You can get up to 50 points in extra credit for just being awesome. But you cannot get extra credit points if you have missing coursework. At the end of the quarter, you'll have a supervisor evaluation. This is not graded, but you are going to want to get this from your supervisor. It's also a wonderful time to ask your supervisor about letters of recommendations in the future, about ideas for the next great thing that you could be doing, and you'll get information near the end of the course about the link for your supervisor to fill out that application. And I do look over them, but it is not an aspect of your grade. It's important to note that this course is about you learning about yourself through this internship experience. It's not you being the perfect intern. We're not grading you on how you do as an intern. We're grading you on how you self-reflect about your experience. So I am not going to be looking for what your supervisor says about what type of intern you are. I'm entirely looking at your coursework and how you're self-reflective about yourself and the experience. And so truly, you're the expert on this experience. You are just going to be talking about honestly what's really happening to you and the thoughts that you have and the way that you're growing and handling this internship or research, whether it's the most amazing experience you've had or maybe it's a bit of a disappointment. That's also a really great learning tool. Let's see. So the grading scale is another interesting thing to look at. It's out of a total of 1,000 points if you are a 4-credit student, or 1,300 points if you're an 8-credit student. That additional 300 points is the project and reflection at midterm and final, where the 8-credit students have to do both a reflection and project at midterm and both a reflection and project at final, and the 4-credit students choose one project and one reflection. It's pretty traditional grading. 94 to 100 is an A, and so on and so forth. I'm expecting the same academic integrity that would be in any of your Portland State courses, although I'm not expecting any issues with this because it would be really, really difficult to plagiarize someone else's writings about their internship experience for your own. If things like an incomplete word need to occur for whatever reason, that's something that you need to work with Professor Natter over. You're going to want to communicate with me. And then there's a lot of policies and resources available at Portland State. Please reach out to me if you need to take advantage of any of them. If you need help finding them on campus or getting connected with them, that's what I'm here for. Feel free to contact me and reach out to those resources. Here is the course schedule. So week 1, or in your case, you're doing this more like week 2, you would have the orientation where you'll get 50 points. Everything is due on Sunday nights at 11:59 p.m. with exception to the last week of the course where the reflection and the logs and the projects are due on Friday the 12th. And that is just to give me time to get the grading done, which is due Tuesday the 16th. So you will have, for instance, in week 2, a discussion response, and then in week 3, a discussion post. So week 2, you're responding to week 1's discussion post. Week 3, then you have a discussion post. Then week 4, you have the reflections and projects. Week 5, you respond to week 3's discussion post. Week 6, you have a discussion post, and then week 7, you respond to it, and week 8, you do the reflection and the project. So if you've taken online classes in the past, typically you have both the discussions and the responses due in the same week, and this time we've split them over 2 weeks. That's a little bit easier, but keep in mind that you are doing the logs every week, and then, we're expecting that the vast majority of your time is spent doing your internship or research and having that experience. So the next thing that I'm going to take you to is, I think we're going to go over the logs. Oh, let's go over late work. I think I missed that. Let's scroll back. Sorry. I think it's on page 2 of the syllabus, late work. Sorry about that. Late work is deducted 10% per day if something's late, like a discussion post or response. And if you're unable to access D2L, then email me the assignment if it's a midterm or a final. And then all late work will need to be turned in by Monday, August 15th at 8 a.m. And no matter how far discounted it has done, if you're turning in late work, that's the last day to do it. And that's because I need to get the grades to Betsy Natter, and she needs to get them entered in by the very next day. So that's the latest possible time we can do that. Okay, so you have these logs that you need to do every week. And you can find them in course content. We're going to look at that real quick.